The results are in, folks. Hello, Captains. Welcome to another Let's Play Star Trek Online video of the Romulan Faction on my Reman character. So, in the last two videos, I had some special videos. We didn't actually play a mission. Instead, I took a poll. In fact, in the first video, number 48, 2 videos ago, I started the poll and got further clarification thanks to all the feedback in number 48. All your comments led me to create the next video, or the previous one to this one, number 49. And in that video, I refined my questions concerning the weapon type I should use on my ship. So I definitely enjoyed your feedback. I read all of it, I read your comments, and that helped me create this new poll, which was in the previous episode. So if you haven't seen episode 48 and 49 before this one, go check them out and you'll see what I'm talking about in terms of the pollage. At this time, it's been now a week since the poll has been up. And so now I am going to finalize this. The results are in. So in the last video, 51 total responses. Thank you all, 51 of you who voted in the poll. I appreciate it so much. And if you did not vote, I still read all your comments in the video, so I know what people are suggesting and what you feel is the best build. The poll results are thus. The sensor-linked disruptors only got the most votes at 39%. So most people want me to do the sensor-linked disruptors only. However, right under that, and for a long time these were actually equal, is the option a combo of 2 or 3 of these. So people were suggesting that I could do combinations of these with spiral wave, or these with, let's say, the Nausicaan disruptor set. So there were that was also very high on the list. And then under that was spiral wave, and then coalition was at the very bottom. So what I've learned and what people have told me, and yes, I did not know this because I only know these things when I hear them from you guys. I have to read it, I have to hear it, somebody has to tell me, because I can't just know these things. But apparently, the coalition disruptors have been crap for a while, pre-season 13, and I didn't even know that. I thought they were the thing to go with. And I guess they were for a while, but then they weren't. And this is how things go in MMOs like this. Things change. You have things that are good for a little while, and then they're not good anymore. I mean, there was a long time ago when accuracy was all you wanted, and now it's like, and then it's like, no accuracy. Now you want crit D and damage. And let me tell you, things change. I mean, they do change the way things work. So I get that. So apparently, I'm just out of my brain on this, but coalition's disruptors are dead, and apparently maybe all procs in general are not very good anymore. Like, they keep nerfing the procs, or the special procs on these things, and maybe even the the proc modifier, whatever that is. I guess it adds like a secondary proc to weapons. These things are maybe dying from what I hear or read. I don't know. I guess we just have to keep with the flow, right? Keep things changing. But as it is right now, the most voted was sensor-linked disruptors, and then under that, a combination. So what I can do, and I think this will appease a lot of people and myself in gameplay, is start with the sensor-linked. Just go with a full sensor-linked build. And then down the road, because we still got many missions to play, then down the road I can play with combinations of other things, because I can always get spiral waves if I want to experiment with them in the future. I have access to them right here. Dilithium stores, special stuff, reclaim, check this out. I have access to all the spiral wave weapons. I just have to spend the dilithium. So I can play with the spiral waves in the future if I want to and use a combination. And the Nausicaan stuff, now I am aware that there is a Nausicaan set. There's a beam, there's a torpedo, and there's a console. But that's the rub on the Nausicaan set, is that you have to use the beam. And with my build, I want to use dual heavy cannons. That's just what I want for this build. I'm going to be using fast escort maneuverable ships, and I really want dual heavy cannons. So the Nausicaan set may not work for me on this build because I would have to use the beam weapon to get all three of the combo on that. But what I will do is definitely maybe do the two-piece set of it, the torpedo and the console, because the console itself also improves disruptor damage. So I will probably do a combination of that, but of course that's way down the road. You don't get the Nausicaan set, and I looked at this earlier, you don't get the Nausicaan set down here until the future sunrise, I believe it is.
The Iconian War is finally over.
No, not sunrise, excuse me. It's way down here. It's Echoes of Light. That's what it is. Echoes of Light with the Lucari. So that is way down here at the end of missioning, right before the Gamma Quadrant stuff. So we got a long ways to go before I have access to the Nausicaan stuff. So just forget the Nausicaan stuff for now. That's not going to happen until much later on. So what that does is give me time to play with the spiral wave disruptors and the sensor-linked disruptors. And so, henceforth, here is what I have, everybody. I have done it. Did it off camera before recording this video. So check out this build. I think you'll be quite happy. Sensor-linked disruptor, dual heavy cannons. Sensor-linked disruptor, dual heavy cannon. Sensor-linked disruptor, dual heavy cannon. Sensor-linked disruptor turret. Sensor-linked disruptor turret, and sensor-linked disruptor turret. So there you go. All sensor-linked dual heavy cannons and turrets. All disruptor. Now, the level of these, the mark level and the modifiers, are way out of whack, and that is simply because I just had to purchase the cheapest ones I could find, because these were very expensive. I had to sell lots of Zen, or not Zen, but Zen, to get some enough energy credits and so forth to get these weapons. They were not cheap. They're like 10 million EC a piece. So I spent quite a bit of energy credits getting these weapons, but I think it's going to be worth it, and I think it's going to pay off in the future. But just know the mark level and the modifiers are way not what I want right now. Obviously, I need to upgrade the mark levels to the current mark level, and then the modifiers are just whatever I could get at the cheapest, but they can be re-engineered. So, of course, I will re-engineer them. Now, the next question I have on re-engineering these is, should I go all crit D or all damage? What do you guys think is best for my build? Remember, I'm a tactical character, tactical career. I am going to be flying escort-type Romulan warbird ships, whatever that may be, tier 6, whatever. I'm going to be flying the very fast and maneuverable Romulan ships. And I'm flying dual heavy cannons and turrets in the back, and I will mostly be firing forward. So considering all those things, should I go with all crit D or all damage? I look forward to your comments in the comment section on that. Whatever you guys think is best to go here, I will choose that option for these weapons once I re-engineer them. There's another thing I also did. I have access to fleet things as well, and I don't know if I had this in the previous video or not, but now I have the fleet version of the tactical vulnerability locator disruptor. So this is all disruptor damage, tactical consoles with critical chance. And obviously they can go to Mark 15 Epic, so they need to be upgraded as well, but right now this is what they are, and this is better than what I had before, which was just those little disruptor damage only tactical consoles. These have a little bit more disruptor damage, and they're the fleet versions. They can be upgraded, and they got critical chance attached to them. So now we have much better disruptor damage than we had in the previous build, and we have the sensor-linked weapons altogether, which, again, sensor-linked provides a passive boost to starship weapon amplification and defense. So amplification is critical hit severity. So my crit severity is going to go up with these weapons. So that's why I'm kind of leaning toward crit D as the modifier here. But let me know what you guys think, crit D or damage. And I'm thinking crit D. Now, since I put these weapons on right before this video, I have not tested these yet. I have not tested these at all. So I don't know how they fire. Don't know how they look. Don't know what kind of damage I'm going to do. Don't know any of that. We're going to find out together in this video. We are going to play a mission today. We are in the Cardassian storyline on this character, and we are at the mission called The Factory. This is not a very long mission, but it does have a little bit of space combat in there, so it'll give us a chance to see what these weapons can do. There appears to be some kind of alliance between the True Way and the Dominion. We cannot allow them to join forces.
The pad you discovered on Gul Kardec revealed the location of a secret facility in the Alpha Quadrant. There appears to be some kind of alliance between the True Way and the Dominion. We cannot allow them to join forces. How can I help you?
Okay, so I've got a lot of things going on here. Let's do, well, I didn't want to add sunrise. Why is sunrise on here? Must just be what's available. Anyway, what I wanted to make is my missions. I want to make the factory primary. In progress. That's what it is. In progress. Make primary. Okay. That's the current endeavor. These are things I'm accumulating because I am doing the Romulan reputation at the same time. So I keep accumulating those new missions. I'm out of Romulan marks though, but I keep accumulating those new missions when you hit a new tier. I'm just saving that for when we get to the Romulan stuff. New Romulus stuff. It's not relevant until then. So that is why that's there. I'll go ahead and add another Omega reputation, keep that going. Okay, let's beam up into space before we go to the factory mission. I just want to take a look at my disruptor damage and my DPS damage while we're in space here. Let my numbers settle down. So all my weapons are on auto fire, and it looks like I'm doing 1681 disruptor damage and 1345 DPS. Now it's going to differ a little bit with the modifiers, and obviously these are not the highest mark level yet, so take that into consideration. 1686, 1348. This one's 1759. This one's 1407. The turrets, they are 581, 698, 581, 698. 581, 698. So that's what they are. Okay, now that we know all of that information, there's really nothing else that's changed with my ship. We just need to go into battle and see how these new weapons work. I'm just going to transwarp straight there. Very excited to see how this goes. And what they look like. I'm guessing they'll be green, but we'll find out. We've arrived in the Devil system, detecting Cardassian and Dominion energy signatures. Okay, I'm going to start with a spread. Okay, they are green. Wow, that little Dominion ship just would not die. Okay, so that's how these weapons work. Not terrible at all. Again, we're going to get heightened critical severity, which is 70.8% right now. I wonder what it will proc to with these. I wish there was a way that you could keep this menu on the screen while you're fighting, so I could like see if the number changes. It's just so big; it takes up so much space. But let's see if we can watch the crit severity. Let's see if it goes up any. Well, I died, so it went down. I was watching the number more than I was watching my health. I just want to see if it's like working, you know. I want to see how much it's working. Now I've got damage to my ship. That's great. The Galler, I got to remember with this build on this ship right now, it is so incredibly glassy. And that has been a problem, actually, with this build. I've got to do something about that in the future. Once I continue to upgrade stuff, it'll get better, but just right now, it's like that. Oh, my crit severity is at 120%. But I think that's just because of all my buffs I was doing. It did not move past 70.8 during that battle scene, so again, I'm not sure if this is an accurate way to measure that it's improving critical severity, but so far it hasn't budged. And it did budge when I buffed all my stuff, so we'll see. Alpha takes that to 120. That's real nice. Well, attack pattern Alpha really increases that critical severity quite a bit. Again, I'm not sure if that's an accurate way to determine that it's working, but I'll keep watching it in my other battles and we'll see if it makes any kind of difference. So far I didn't see anything though. Let's beam down. I just, kind of want to see what's working, see how much it's actually helping me. I'm going to have a bug where there's a wire attached to me, aren't I? Oh boy. This game, I'll tell you what.
Enemy targets on sensor.
How's that for a bug? The cable's gonna be attached to me the entire time. Place the charge. Okay, let's continue. Yep, I'm gonna have this stupid wire attached to me the entire time. So silly.
Viking damage detected. Viking damage detected.
Jim Hadar was just standing there the whole time, not even doing anything.
Greetings. Oh my, yes. I have a... Loss was the first. Loss
Yeah. Let's go on. Remember, guys, I'm gonna play
I'll
these.
be glad to get out of here.
Play these
These
missions.
Alpha Gem Hadar don't understand the proper respect owed to a Vorta.
I want to play these missions kind of quickly. I want to get through them. Not a whole lot to them, really. At least to this one. Basically, the whole point of this mission is we're here to get Neiman, who is a Vorta, and take him with us. And we're going to go talk to the new Link that Loss has. Well, I guess I can't go through that door. Huh. Wait, I'm supposed to go this way. Ah, I need to go this way. Duh.
Intruders! I'll put up a force field. You dump the data.
Okay.
We've got to stop the first before he deletes all the data.
Viking damage detected. Viking damage detected.
Excellent. I shall retrieve the coordinates.
While that's going on, I'm gonna bring out my Horda to fight this next group here. We're gonna have a continuing wave of Jim Hadar. speak to Neiman. Make sure getting all the loot there. Still got a wire attached to me, that's good.
I have the data. It will take some time to decrypt, but I recommend we depart as quickly as possible.
Yep, okay, we just need to place the charge. Well, let's beam up and test out our weapons again. Again, I'll bring up the menu just to see if the crit severity changes, but maybe it just doesn't show up in that thing. I don't know. I don't know that that's the correct way to do it. I just want to try anyway.
You are so quick to blow things up. Such a waste. That factory might have come in handy someday.
Well, the number is not changing.
You really seem to have angered the Jem'Hadar. Of course, they always seem a bit angry, don't you think?
Ah, crap. Well, guys, I don't know, but the crit severity number is not changing. I'm not getting any kind of critical severity proc there. I don't know if that's normal or not, or if it just doesn't show there, it doesn't change there. I'm not sure, so let me know. Let me know how I can be sure that it's actually working. Okay. Made it out of that one, barely.
I have completed the decryption of the data we recovered. The new link appears to lie in the Orias system. I have transferred the coordinates to your helm. I want to thank you for your service to the Dominion. I also want to remind you of our agreement, namely, that Loss, or any other founder for that matter, is not to be killed by you.
Sure, sure. Well, there you go, everybody. I have, thanks to your suggestions, now I am using the sensor-linked disruptors. However, I don't know how to make sure that the proc thing is working correctly. So if I read the details correctly, it does say it boosts weapon amplification, and that means improves critical hit severity. So maybe that just doesn't show up on your ship stats, Maybe it shows up on like the weapon stats. If I were to hover over the weapon while it's firing, maybe the severity there shows up. But somewhere should be showing, right, that the critical hit severity is going up. It should be going up because it gives a +5 starship weapon amplification, which is critical hit severity, and also defense. So I need to, and it's a passive boost, so it's like, okay, so maybe it's not a proc then, it's just a passive boost. So if I take my weapons off, does that mean it changes? Is that how, you know what? I may be looking at this the wrong way. Let's go into Chronos Space real quick. I want to try something. I may be looking at this the completely wrong way. It's a passive boost, it's not a proc. Which means having the weapons, just having the weapons on the character, passively improved my crit severity. So it's already improved right now because they're on there. So if I strip all of them off, that should go down. That's my theory. And will it go down? No, it's not moving down. My theory is bust. Okay. Well, now I don't know. It's a passive boost. I thought it was supposed to... It should show up, right? Why is it not showing up? What's my defense rating? My defense rating is... I have to go to Impulse for this. Is 93.1. So if I put these on, will it change that? Well, yes, my defense rating went up. Okay, my defense rating went from 91 to 96.8. So something of them is working. The defense rating has definitely gone up. Why isn't the critical severity going up? Why isn't that changing? Or am I just looking at it wrong? Somebody let me know. You guys let me know because you know more about these kinds of weapons than I do. What should I be seeing in terms of the critical severity here? Should it be going up here or not? The defense definitely showed that it went up, but the crit severity did not. So what's the deal? What's the what on that? Let me know. What am I doing wrong? Or what's happening here? Because I definitely want that heightened critical severity. That's why I got these weapons. So, yeah, let me know what is going on there. Otherwise, that was the factory. We've played that a million times before. Nothing new there. We got a Vorta, and we're going to go check out the new link in the next video. But I am curious about these sensor-linked weapons. Let me know if they're working correctly or not. You've seen what I have seen, so you know what to tell me in the comments. So there you go. Thank you all for watching, and I look forward to reading your comments. Stay tuned for the next one.